report suspicious activities and call 911 for immediate response. Expect delay.
What's going on, guys? So, you have a GT-100 and you don't even know how to use it. Are all the built-in effects just not your thing? Do you just miss your old pedal board with real pedals? Well, if that's you, then I have a video for you. I'm gonna show you how you can use just one preset and it'll work just like a regular pedal board. You'll be able to click foot switches to activate effects. It'll be great. You're gonna end up with clean tones like this. Dirty tones like this. And scorching leads like this. Okay, so the first thing to do, get to the preset called high gain stack. Once you're there, you need to actually select it. So hit the number 1 foot switch. Now we are in the high gain stack preset. Now to start editing these things, come over here where it says effect, click that. Now we can see our signal chain. So it should automatically select preamp A, but if it doesn't, use the number 4 knob. Scroll around until you're hovering over preamp A. Come over to the number 5 knob where it says type. Scroll until you get to Deluxe Crunch. Set the gain to 56 or so. Set the level to 85. All of these settings are just merely suggestions. You can fine tune, tweak, change, do whatever to your liking. Use the select knob, go to preamp B. For type, do another Deluxe Crunch. Gain, max it out. It's probably already set to that. The level, bring it up to 80. Do the page right, you can see the EQ. Lower the bass a little bit, maybe 40. Push the treble up to about 60. Do the same for the presence. Let's move on to the reverb. It's towards the end of the chain. Make sure it's set to plate reverb. Change the time to about 4 seconds. Pre-delay to 100 milliseconds. And let's push the level to about 40. Okay, let's move to the beginning of the chain. Looking for the CMP, this is our compressor. Turn it on using the number 3 knob, and then type, let's look for decomp. We can leave those settings just how they are. Okay, this is the core of our tone. Now let's beef it up a little bit. Let's go to OD, this will be our overdrive. For type, we're looking for T-Scream. Let's push the drive to about 80 or so. Tone, like plus 27. And level, we'll just go to full 100. We're gonna look for FX1. It's at the very beginning of the chain. For type, we're gonna use the number 2 knob. Look for sub delay, it should be the last one. We can just leave the settings exactly how they are. And then let's turn FX1 on. Now let's look for the regular delay, DLY. Turn the number 6 knob, go all the way clockwise until we get to the beat divisions, then go back until we get to a dotted eighth. Looks like that. It has the flag and the dot on it. Then lower the feedback a little bit. Let's go to about 17 and let's push the level up to like 95 or go to effects 2. This one's a bit of a wild card. You can put whatever you want in this one. Any kind of modulation effect would be good. Let's look for the flanger. Bring the rate down to 10. Page right. Let's push the separation to about 50. Bring the effect level. Let's bring it way down, maybe 30, and then the mix up to about 50. Let's go to the chorus, CHO. This we're gonna turn on. Let's bring the rate down to about 25. And the effect level, we're gonna bring it down to about 30. Now that we've created all of our effects, let's make sure that they're in the right spots in the signal chain. So let's go to the beginning of the signal chain. Let's select FX1. We'll use the number 1 knob to move it. Let's put it right after our preamps. go to the beginning of the chain. We'll leave the compressor at the beginning. All this looks good. FV, this is our foot volume or our volume pedal. Let's move this. Let's put it right behind our compressor. Let's take our delay. Let's put it right behind FX1. And everything else looks good. Hit the exit button. Bring us to our main screen. Now, right now, all of our foot switches are gonna select different presets. We wanna go into manual mode, which will let the foot switches control effects. So if you look here, manual mode is pointing to both of these foot switches, bank down and bank up. Press them both simultaneously. You can see our screen switched. We're seeing all the effects that we have available to us. And then above, it is saying which foot switch controls that effect. And then above that, any of these like colored lines, these are telling us that that effect is currently on. Here's how I recommend setting this up. The bank down foot switch, use the number 1 knob, and you're gonna scroll more or less at the beginning, look for channel AB. Okay, these knobs on the bottom, these are gonna change the effects that are assigned to each foot switch. So when I press bank down, it's gonna switch between our 2 different preamps, either the clean one or the dirty one. We'll leave it off though for now. Bank up, let's set this one for overdrive. Then our number 1 foot switch, let's set this one to FX1. Change the number 2 foot switch. Let's make this one FX2. 3 foot switch will be our chorus, and the 4th foot switch will be our delay. Phrase loop, we won't use it at all in this patch. And this last foot switch, which you can't really see, we're gonna set this one to be our tap tempo. Look for delay tap. So now when we're playing a song, if we just tap this control foot switch, we can tap it to the beat of the song, and then our delay effect will synchronize to that tempo. So now you have a really usable pedal board that functions very similar to a real pedal board with actual stomp boxes. But before you change presets or turn this thing off, make sure that you save this into one of the user banks.